Hey, welcome to third grade. I am your teacher and distance learning host, Mr. R. If you'd like to make this video bigger, click that YouTube button down there. It is a pleasure to be with you today on Thursday, April 2nd. Let's start things off with our common sense lesson. All right, lesson 33, make your bed every morning. Now, you might not think it's that important, and I'll be honest with you, sometimes I don't make my bed every morning. But the concept behind making your bed each and every morning is very important. And if you don't take my word for it, take former Navy SEAL Admiral McRaven's word. He gave an awesome speech all about how making your bed sets the tone for your day. So let's watch that clip.
If you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. To pass SEAL training, there are a series of long swims that must be completed. One is the night swim. Before the swim, the instructors joyfully brief the students on all the species of sharks that inhabit the waters off San Clemente. They assure you, however, that no student has ever been eaten by a shark, at least not that they can remember. But you are also taught that if a shark begins to circle your position, stand your ground. Do not swim away. Do not act afraid. And if the shark, hungry for a midnight snack, darts towards you, then summons up all your strength and punch him in the snout, and he will turn and swim away. There are a lot of sharks in the world. If you hope to complete the swim, you will have to deal with them. So if you want to change the world, don't back down from the sharks. Over a few weeks of difficult training, my SEAL class, which started with 150 men, was down to just 42. There were now 6 boat crews of 7 men each. I was in the boat with the tall guys, but the best boat crew we had was made up of the little guys, the Munchkin crew, we called them. No one was over 5'5". The Munchkin boat crew had 1 American Indian, 1 African American, 1 Polish American, 1 Greek American, 1 Italian American, and 2 tough kids from the Midwest. They out-paddled, outran, and outswam all the other boat crews. The big men in the other boat crews would always make good-natured fun of the tiny little flippers the Munchkins put on their tiny little feet prior to every swim. But somehow these little guys from every corner of the nation and the world always had the last laugh, swimming faster than everyone and reaching the shore long before the rest of us. SEAL training was a great equalizer. Nothing mattered but your will to succeed, not your color, not your ethnic background, not your education, not your social status. If you want to change the world, measure a person by the size of their heart, not by the size of their flippers. The 9th week of training is referred to as Hell Week. It is 6 days of no sleep, constant physical and mental harassment, and 1 special day at the Mud Flats. The Mud Flats are an area between San Diego and Tijuana where the water runs off and creates the Tijuana Sloughs, a swampy patch of terrain where the mud will engulf you. It is on Wednesday of Hell Week that you paddle down to the Mud Flats and spend the next 15 hours trying to survive the freezing cold, the howling wind, and the incessant pressure to quit from the instructors. As the sun began to set that Wednesday evening, my training class, having committed some egregious infraction of the rules, was ordered into the mud. The mud consumed each man till there was nothing visible but our heads. The instructors told us we could leave the mud if only 5 men would quit. Only 5 men, just 5 men, and we could get out of the oppressive cold. Looking around the mud flat, it was apparent that some students were about to give up. It was still over 8 hours till the sun came up. 8 more hours of bone-chilling cold. The chattering teeth and the shivering moans of the trainees were so loud, it was hard to hear anything. And then one voice began to echo through the night. One voice raised in song. The song was terribly out of tune, but sung with great enthusiasm. One voice became 2, and 2 became 3, and before long, everyone in the class was singing. The instructors threatened us with more time in the mud if we kept up the singing, but the singing persisted, and somehow the mud seemed a little warmer, and the wind a little tamer, and the dawn not so far away. If I have learned anything in my time traveling the world, it is the power of hope. The power of one person, a Washington, a Lincoln, King, Mandela, and even a young girl from Pakistan, Malala. One person can change the world by giving people hope. So if you want to change the world, start each day with a task completed. Find someone to help you through life. Respect everyone. Know that life is not fair and that you will fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when the times are the toughest, face down the bullies, lift up the downtrodden, and never, ever give up. If you do these things, the next generation and the generations that follow will live in a world far better than the one we have today. And what started here will indeed have changed the world for the better.
All right, so watching that video every time, it just it makes me want to be a better person. And you know, especially right now during this time, being locked in, not being allowed to see your friends, maybe some of your family, it's tough. And so little things like making your bed in the morning are just small victories that can help us start off the day on the right foot. Okay, so common sense check. Next, we've got some Go Math. But before we jump in, I want to say happy birthday to you, Sophie. I didn't even realize that your birthday was on Monday. So sorry that this is coming, 3 days late. But I know yesterday's was Carson's, and I gave him a happy birthday shout out. And I know that Jacob's and Wiley's were over that 2 week shutdown break. So happy birthday. I think I gave them a shout out earlier too, but if I didn't, happy birthday to you too. And then Sophie, Monday, the first day of distance learning was your birthday. So sorry about that. Happy birthday to you. So, all right, guys. That just reminds me too, if you do have a birthday coming up here in April, have your parents message me so I can give you a shout out in our daily lesson, okay? All right, on to Go Math, my friends. Get your Go Math books out and open to 12.3. 12.3. Oh, what did I do? Ruh-roh, Shaggy. Here we go. 12.3, which is page 709. All right, before I jump in the pool, I like to warm up and dip my toe in first. So let's do that right now. I am thinking of a word from earlier this week that means a dot in space. What do you think there, Jasper? Good, that's a point. Okay, I am thinking of a line that has dots on both sides. And by dots, I mean points, endpoints. What do you think, Evan? Yeah, that's called a line segment. Line segment. How about arrows on both sides? What do you think? London. Yep, that's just called a regular old line. It goes on forever both ways. How about a line and a line segment have a baby and out pops a point on one side and an arrow on the other? What's that called? Sophie. It is a ray, like a ray of sunshine. Okay, let's see. What about this? Open or closed? Bobby? Good. This is open. How about a circle? Lucas? Closed. Very good. Closed, kind of like most restaurants right now. Let's see, what else did we talk about? We talked about angles, right? What if we have something like this? It might even have like a little box in the corner. What do you think? Patina. What kind of angle is that? Yep, it's just right. Perfect. Just right. Okay, any angle that has a square corner, you're always looking right here for the angle. That's going to be a right angle. What if it's a little bit more open? Okay, so you're looking in here. It's not square, so you know it's not right. It's bigger than a right angle. What do we call that? Cody. Nice. We call that obtuse. Good job, Cody. And what if it's smaller than a right angle? See how it's smaller than a square in the corner? What kind of angle is that fish? Oh, it's so cute. It's a little cutie. Good job. It's a cute. So those were the three angles we talked about yesterday. There's actually one more angle I'm going to teach you right now. It's just a straight line. You're looking at, let me get the bright pen. You're looking at this angle right here. It's 180 degrees. We call that a straight angle. That makes sense, right? It's a straight line. It's a straight angle. The biggest angle you can get is a straight angle. Everything else has to be less than 180 degrees. Okay, so let's hop into lesson 12.3. Read with me. Identify polygons. How can you use the line segments and angles to make polygons? So that's the question that we're going to be asking ourselves, all right? So connect, read with me. In earlier lessons, you learned about line segments and angles. In this lesson, you will see how line segments and angles make polygons. Now underline that word because that's the key word of the day, all right? Polygons. So clear what I have over here. So let's see, polygons are, I'm gonna write that word down. I'm gonna teach you what they are because these directions are confusing. So let me teach you how I would if you were in class, okay? Poly means many. Gon means shape. So the word literally, or sorry, gon, yeah, gon is a shape. So literally the word means many-sided shape. In order for a shape, like a squiggly line like that, that's a shape, but it is not a polygon. Because a polygon is a specific type of shape. Okay? So let's just say, let me give you an analogy. Shapes are, is the word cereal, okay? Cereal can be a bunch of different things, right? You've got Captain Crunch, you've got Fruit Loops, You've got Reese's Puffs, Cheerios. But if you're talking about in general, all those are called cereal. Okay. So a shape is like cereal, but then there's specific kinds. A polygon would be like, for instance, a subcategory of cereal. Let's just call it cereal that's healthy. So you know how there's like healthy cereals and then there's unhealthy cereals. I always like the unhealthy ones, but I knew what the healthy ones were. So polygons are like all the healthy cereals. Okay, let's look at some examples of polygons. So maybe one healthy cereal is Cheerios. Okay, Cheerios are healthy. So um, let me back up here. A polygon has to have straight sides. Okay, it's got to have um, straight sides, and it has to have at least three sides. So a three-sided shape is called a triangle, and we'll talk about that on the next page, I think. So you've got all polygons have to have straight sides. All polygons have to be closed. And that's mainly it, okay? So, like I said, if shapes are like cereal, polygons would be like healthy cereal. And then the actual examples of healthy cereal, like Cheerios, for instance, that would be like a triangle, or Raisin Bran would be like a pentagon, okay? So you've got subcategories. It's kind of confusing, so I'm going to do a better job, hopefully, of explaining it to you later. We've got a table and there's four different shapes. Every single one of those is two-dimensional, right? It's flat. So every single one of these, we can circle or highlight the first one. That's a shape, that's a shape, that's a shape. If it's two-dimensional or flat, same thing, it's going to be a plane shape. All right, next, is it open or closed? How about letter A? Is that open or closed? Can you sneak in there? Nope, it's closed. B, open or closed? Let's see, where did I leave off? Doobie, open or closed? Good, it's open. All right, if you're not sure, like, how do I tell that, Mr. R? Well, look right here. You can sneak in here and get inside. That's why it's open. All right, Emily, is this letter C? It's a pentagon, right? It's five sides. Is it open or closed? Good, it's closed. And how about letter D, that rainbow? Willow, open or closed? Can you get inside it? You can try, but you can't. It is also closed. Okay, now, next we either have to say, does it have curved paths, or does it have line segments, or does it have both? So look at the right side of the screen here. All right, in green, this is a curved path versus this is a line segment, okay? A line segment has to be straight. You see how the blue line is straight, but the green line is curved? So if it has a curved line, okay, like my green line, it is not a polygon. So no polygon if it has a curved line. All right, keep that in mind for the next section. Okay, so letter A, I'm on Michael. Does it have curved paths, line segments, or both? Good, Michael. It has curved paths, right? It just has one. The curved path goes the whole way around until it gets back to the beginning. Okay? All right. How about Carson? By the way, I hope you had a good birthday yesterday, Carson. Is that a curved path or a line segment? Well, clearly it's not straight, so it must not be a line segment. It is a curved path. That pentagon, let's see, Wiley, are those straight lines or curved lines? Good, Wiley, they're straight, so they're segments. And last but not least here, we're back to you, Jasper. Do you think that letter D has curved paths or line segments? Oh, this was the tricky one, Jasper. You've got both curved paths and line segments. Why? Well, look closely. Obviously, you got a curved path there, but then you have line segments down there. Okay, you see that? All right. Last decision we have to make. Is it a polygon? Well, we talked about this up here. If it has straight sides and it's closed, it's a polygon. So basically we have to have two things checked off here. We have to have closed and we have to have line segments. So I'm just going to take my red marker. Okay, closed, good. B is not closed, so we can cancel that one out. Closed, good, closed, good. So either A, C, or D are polygons. Now we need to answer the second question. If they have curved paths, they are not polygons. You have to have line segments. So, letter A has curved paths. No good, no bueno. How about C? Ooh, it does not have curved paths. So C must be a polygon. And D, it has line segments, but it does also have a curved path, which means it cannot be a polygon. So only one of them could be a polygon, and that is letter C. All right. So blah, blah, blah. We're not going to do this. Next. Okay. We've got 6 different types of shapes that they want you to memorize, okay? The first one, I mean, all of them are polygons, right? All of them are polygons. The first one is a triangle. A triangle has 3 sides, 3 angles. We know that from kindergarten. A quadrilateral has many names, right? It could be a rectangle. It could be a trapezoid, okay? So if quadrilaterals are like Cheerios, you know how there's like original Cheerios? That would be like the square. But then um, there's also frosted Cheerios. That would be like a rectangle. And then you have other type of Cheerios. You have like you have the chocolate and peanut butter Cheerios. Those are my favorite. That would be like a rhombus, okay? So every type of cereal is a shape. Polygons are the healthy kind of cereal, and Cheerios would be like a quadrilateral. There are different layers to shapes. That's all I'm trying to say. So if a quadrilateral quad means 4, right? Maybe some of you have been out on your quads or four-wheelers during the shutdown. Make sure you wear a helmet. It's got 4 sides and 4 angles. A pentagon, 5 sides, 5 angles, right? Every single one of these has the same sides as it does angles, okay? A decagon is 10. So, pentagon is 5, hexagon is 6, octagon is 8, and decagon is 10. How many sides does the stop sign have? So a stop sign, picture a stop sign like this. Wow, that was bad. Picture a stop sign in your head. How many sides does it have? Let's see. Evan? Good, it's got 8, which means I want you to write octagon next to it, all right? Get in the habit of practicing that. How many angles does a stop sign have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course it does, right? So a stop sign is in the shape of an, oh gosh, I already answered that, of an octagon. Show and share. The shape at the right is a polygon. Yes, it is. Which words describe the shape? So, let's see. London. Is it a plane shape? Good, London, because it's flat, right? It's 2D. Sophie. Does it have curved paths? No, it does not. So I'm gonna cross that one off. Let's see. Bobby. Is it open? Nope. Uh, Lucas, does it have line segments or straight lines? Yes, it does. Good job. Patina, is it a closed shape? Can you sneak in there? You're right, you can't, which means it's closed. All right, is it a hexagon? Well, think about it. Let's see. Cody, hex, 6. Does it have 6 sides? Nope. Pentagon. Well, pent means 5. Does it have 5 sides? What do you think? Fish. 1, 2, 3, 4 is not 5. Good. And it has 4 as I just counted. So doobie, a 4-sided shape is called, nice, a quadrilateral. So you should have plane shape, line segments, closed shape, and quadrilateral circled. Is the shape a polygon, yes or no? So we're looking at number 2 here, yes or no? That's a big no. Why not? Why not, Emily? Why is that not a polygon? Because it is open, right? It's open. Number 3, yes or no? What do you think, Willow? Yes, right? It's got straight sides and it's closed. It's a polygon. Number 4, I see straight sides, but Michael, it's not a polygon, right? Because it is, it's open. Good work. So write the name of the sides, the number of angles, and then name the polygon. So number 5 goes to Carson. How many sides? 1, 2. Good. How many angles, Carson? 1, 2, 3. So what do we call that, Smalley? Nice. We call that a triangle. Tri meaning 3. Number 6, Wiley. How many sides? 1. Good. How many angles? Good. So what's that called, Wiley? Good work, Mr. Shep. All right, we got home plate. Home plate. So my baseball fans, how many sides does it have? Good. And angles. 1, 2. Baseball fans. Speaking of baseball fans, I heard that there might be canceling the entire Major League Baseball season this year because of coronavirus. Okay, baseball fans, what is that shape, 5-sided shape called? Good. Next time you step up to the plate, think about it. I am walking up to a pentagon. Is this shape a polygon, yes or no? Let's see. Girls, yes or no? Is it a polygon? Psych! It's not. Why not? Because it doesn't have what kind of sides? Good. It doesn't have straight sides. It needs to have straight sides to be a polygon. Circles might look like they should be polygons, but they have round sides or curved paths. All right, boys, number 9. Polygon, yes or no? Yeah, nope. All right. Why? It has straight sides, but there's something wrong with it. Hint. It is open. Okay, everyone, number 10. Yes or no? Yes, this one actually is. It's got straight sides. It's closed. It's what we call a polygon. Number 11. Write the number of sides, the number of angles, and then name it. Okay, so it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, which means it has 4 angles. What do we call that? Four-sided shape. Quadrilateral. I wish they would have made a name that was smaller so it didn't take me forever to write. Specifically, there's a bonus question. What type of quadrilateral? Anyone know? It is a trapezoid. Pat on the back if you got that one. Number 12, what do we have here? How many sides? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. How many angles? Obviously, it's the same. So, what is a five-sided shape called? A pentagon. Bonus question. What uh, what famous pentagon um, got hit, or sorry, where is the famous pentagon that got hit by a plane during the terrorist attacks on September 11th? Yeah, it's right outside Washington, D.C., right? Number 13. How many sides? Whew. Okay, let's just start at the top. Here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Does anyone remember what 10 sides are called? Think how many years, or what do we call 10 years? We call it a decade, right? So in this shape is a decagon, a decagon. The most popular decagon is this right here. We call that a star, right? If you don't believe me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a decagon. I'm going to name this decagon Patrick. All right, moving on. Number 14. Jake Dubio says, shapes A and E are polygons. Wow, Jake, you got a girly voice. Does this statement make sense? Explain your answer. All polygons, huh? Well, A looks like a polygon. Is B a polygon? Ah, you're wrong, Jake. It doesn't have straight sides. And look at D, it's open. Dude, Jake is whack. B is curved. D is open. Crazy, Jake. All right. Number 15. I am a closed shape made of 6 line segments. 6 sides. I have 2 angles less than a right angle, blah, blah, blah. No right angle. Draw an example in the workspace. I have 6 sides. 2 are less than a right angle, but I don't have any right angles. What shape am I? Well, if it has 6 sides, we automatically know that it's a hexagon, right? So I'm confused here. Okay, so I got 1, 2 that are less than. 1, 2, 3. Am I overthinking this? I don't know. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sugar plums. I think I might be overthinking this. If I just drew a regular old hexagon, if you figure it out, speak up so I know. Just kidding, I can't hear you. That's what a hexagon looks like. But it says here in the directions, I have 2 angles less than a right angle and no right angles. So if you look at this hexagon, like most looking hexagons like this, they're all obtuse, all the angles. So I have to think about this one a little bit. Let's see, it's got 2. Man, gosh, Go Math is killing me. Should call my wife in to help me with this one. Hey, Kaylee. Hey, honey. Can you come help me with the math problem? I need your help. Okay, so if this is one side, 2, 3. Sorry, you're on live. I need help with a math problem. I'll read it to you. It says, I'm a closed shape made of 6 line segments, right? So it's a hexagon. I have 2 angles less than a right angle and no right angles. I can't think of how to draw that.
I have 2 angles.
Here, you come over here into the camera. Come on, come over here.
No.
Please. Literally, you're on the camera. Say hi to my students.
Hi.
Okay, so help me out here. What do I draw?
I have 2 angles less than a right angle, so acute.
Yeah, I know, but look, this is like a normal hexagon. They're
Mhm.
all obtuse.
Well, that's not true. You have to shrink it, make it tall.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it does matter.
What? Shrink it and make it tall?
You have to squish it in. Can you not do that?
How will that change the angle size? That won't change the
Well,
angle.
I don't mean making it smaller or larger. I mean literally changing the physical shape.
Okay,
Can you not do that?
so if I did something like
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna have all my angles are still gonna be obtuse.
Oh, shoot. That. Then you have to do.
What
Then
if
they're
I did
gonna have
a
to
really,
bring them in and not touch.
but still,
It won't. It'll make these angles acute.
yeah, but then I have 4. I have top and
Uh-huh.
bottom.
Yeah, like an hourglass.
I know, but now I have 4.
What do you mean for what?
I've got, look, I'm gonna have 1, 2, but then I have 3 and 4, and it says I only have 2 angles less than.
Oh, okay.
I know. Okay, boys and girls, the Ritenour family can't figure it out right now, so we're just gonna skip it and move on to number
I'll
16.
keep thinking about it and let you know.
All right, thank you, Mrs. R. So, number 16. Oh, I don't even want that problem on my screen anymore. Ugh. Now that we've wasted 3 minutes. Is every closed shape a polygon? Yes or no? No. Why not? Why isn't every closed shape a polygon? No. Some closed shapes are what? Should I say straight or curved? Good. Some closed shapes are curved, which means that they can't be a polygon. So the perfect example of this is a circle. A circle is closed, but it's not a polygon because it doesn't have straight sides. Okay, make arguments. Ivan says that the shape at the right is an octagon. Do you agree or disagree? Well, let's find out. If it has 8 sides, it's going to be an octagon. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It has 9 sides. Nope, 9 sides. Okay. Bonus question. What is a 9-sided shape called? Does anyone remember? It's a nonagon, which is a pretty cool word. Nonagon. What's that? None of your business. Boom. That's my geometry joke. Okay. Boo, Mr. R. 18A. Polygon, true or false? Well, it's got straight sides and it's closed, so that's true. Is it open? False. Hexagon. Does it have 6 sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Is it a pentagon? Well, it can't be a pentagon since we just counted it had 6 sides and not 5. All right, folks. So we're moving on to our practice. Polygon, yes or no? Well, number 1 is no. See how it's curved, all right? Number 2, yes or no? It's got straight sides, so that's good. Straight sides. And it's closed. It meets both criteria, so yes. Number 3, how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means, well, how many angles? Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-sided shape, hexagon. All right, number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, 4 angles, makes it, good luck, I'm going to say it out loud, try spelling it, Quadrilateral, quadrilateral. 4 straight lines, quadrilateral, that's what it means. Mr. Murphy has an old coin that has 10 sides. What? How can a coin have 10 sides? I'm so confused. This is a confusing day for me. I could see like an old dice, but if its shape is a polygon, how many angles does the old coin have? Well, 10 angles, right? That's our pattern. 10 sides, 10 angles. Mrs. Ritenour just solved the question from earlier. Or was it Campbell? Who knows? Here is the example of a 6-sided shape, the hexagon from earlier, that has 2 acute angles and 4 obtuse angles. That's what we were looking for. Yay! Where's my cool pen at? Yay! We figured it out. Thank goodness for Mrs. R. Okay, back to our problem. Number 6. Lynn says an octagon has 6 sides. Chris says that it has 8 sides. Who is right? Not you, Lynn. Boys are always right. Just kidding. Good job. For all we know, Chris could be a girl. 7, we're skipping. And, oh, don't look. Ah! Hopefully you didn't see that. And if you did, don't rewind your video. Go ahead and do that practice on your own. Whenever you're done, you can click play again and see the answer key. All right, so I'm gonna give you a second to hit pause and do that paper. There are the answers for you. Pause it so you can check to see which ones you got right, and maybe which ones you didn't. Okay, you deserve a break. Pause this video again and go do something fun for a little while before you come back and keep working, okay? All right, welcome back from break. Since it took us so long to get through our Go Math lesson today, I'm going to kind of shorten up our story time and grammar. So today's story is, I have 2 of them. There's the first story, both are, sorry, let me rewind here. Both stories teach a lesson, okay? One is from the Bible, and the other one is from an African folktale book about a spider named Anansi. He's like kind of like a famous spider. So the first story is about from the Bible. It's about a young boy, not too far off in age from you guys, who takes on a giant, literally a giant, who's over 9 feet tall and is a fierce warrior. No one thinks that the little guy has a shot at winning, but we will find out. He ends up, well, I don't want to spoil it. So I'm going to put the story on the screen, and I just want you to pause the video and read this story, okay? So go ahead and pause it and read the story. All right, so I hope that I hope that you enjoyed that story. It is very famous, and not just among Christians who believe in the Bible, but it's referenced all the time. All right, David and Goliath type story. It's whenever you have someone who is small and perceived as weak, that believes in themselves, believes in and has faith. In this case, David had faith in God and defeats the giants. All right, the evil meanies of the world. Right, that's what Goliath was. He was a big meanie who thought he was better than everyone else, and he was defeated by a little boy. So, uh, David and Goliath is it's in the Bible, and it's truly a testament to David's faith and courage. All right. So the lesson really is be brave and don't be afraid to face your enemies, whether that's an actual person or something else. Like maybe you need to face your fears of the coronavirus. Okay. How can you do that? Well, obviously you need to be safe and um, and be smart about where you go, but you can face your fears by maybe helping out somebody who is going through a hard time, like maybe your brother or sister, and you can be nice to your parents, right? That's a way of being brave. So it looks different in many circumstances, but hopefully you enjoyed this short story. I'm going to show you another quick story. It's a little bit shorter, called Anansi, One Good Meal Deserves Another. All right, so go ahead and pause it and read this story. All right, I love this little folk tale. It's short, but it's sweet. Okay? The lesson of this story, or the theme, would be if you want others to share with you, you must share with others, right? Anansi, he's rude. He's like, I want to share with feed. And whenever the turtle gets back, psh, food's gone. That was really mean of Anansi. So the turtle, wise old turtle, says, okay, come on over to my house, right? I'm going to feed you at the bottom of the pond. And of course, the spider, he can't swim, he can't sink, so he puts rocks in his coat, and um, the turtle basically is like, well, you told me I had to wash my feet, so you have to take off your jacket. As soon as he does that, Anansi floats up to the top and misses out on the meal, right? So this is kind of like a tit for tat situation, or in my house we always say touche whenever you get even with each other, like the turtle did with Anansi. So the message really is that if they both would have shared with each other, then they would have both enjoyed two meals rather than just one. Okay, so that brings us to our next part of the lesson, which is grammar simple solutions. So go ahead and get your grammar book out, and we're going to go through this quickly since we're running out of time. Is the underlined word used as a noun or a verb? Write it on the line. So if it's a person, place, or a thing, in this case, a record would be a thing, it's going to be a noun. If it's an action, like to record something, it's going to be a verb. So my teacher keeps a record of all our test scores. I record my voice with a microphone. So which one of those is the verb? The second one, right? Record is an action. A record is a thing, which makes it a noun. Nice work, boys and girls. Let's move on. Which one is the strongest? Exhausted, drowsy, or sleepy? Well, if I had to rate these, Sleepy would be level 1. Now, this one's always tricky. I hate these questions because it's kind of what we call subjective, all right? Opinionated. Which one's more, I almost said more strong. Which one is stronger? Exhausted or drowsy? I think exhausted really invokes like, oh my goodness, I can't even move. I'm so tired. All right. So they were exhausted. Whew, sorry about that. Number 3, use a conjunction to connect the words in each sentence. I want mustard, blank, no relish on my hot dog. I want mustard, but no relish on my hot dog. Chase thought that he could take it, blank, leave it. That's kind of an expression, right? An idiom. Take it or leave it. Number 4, which words match the underlined word? So see how in the directions it says choose the words? That should be like setting a little light bulb in your head. Ding! You're going to have more than one answer probably. So the science class was learning about the processes of decay in plants. So this is like what happens after plants die. So decay. After they die, do they break down? Yes. After they die, do they grow? No. Do they rot? Yes. Do they recover? No. So break down and rot mean decay. Some adverbs compare with the word more. Like earlier, I almost said more strong. That would have been wrong. It's stronger. So Jean drives carefully. She drives more carefully when it rains. Which adverbs compare? I tie knots more securely than the sailors. So obviously we've got that magical word more, which is an adverb, and see that ly ending? That helps us know that that one is also an adverb as well. All right, next page. The root com means together. So choose the meaning of the word company in this sentence. Are we having company tonight? Well, people together, yeah, together, right? Company means people together. Alone time, no. Contest, no. See the word together right here? Sorry, that was messy. A root word has no prefix or suffix. What is the root of all these words? So let's just read them all out loud, okay? Together. Premix, mixer, mixed, remix, wicka wicka, unmixed. Which word did you hear over and over and over and over? Yeah, mix, right? You got mix, 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 and mix. So the root word is mix. Combine 2 simple sentences into a compound sentence. I took skiing lessons when I was young. I have skied in Denver. So for the sake of time, let's combine these by changing this period here into what? Good, into a comma. Now we need to add one of these 3 words, all right? Let's plug all of them in and see which one makes the most sense. I took skiing lessons when I was young, and I have skied in Denver. That makes sense. I took skiing lessons when I was young, but I have skied in Denver. Yeah. I took skiing lessons when I was young, or I've skied in Denver. The answer is and. So you can just draw an arrow and put it in right there. All right. So number 9, insert commas and correct quotation marks in this dialogue. You will love this book. Just keep reading, said Marcy. Trent sighed. I'll just have to find the time. So let's start with our first quotes. You will love this book. Just keep reading, said Marcy. So quotes go around what the character is saying. Marcy is starting off with, "You will love this book." Now, she keeps talking, so I don't need to put my quote yet, right? Not here, it doesn't go there. "Just keep reading," said Marcy. Ah, here we go. Right here is where she stops talking, so I put my comma, and after the comma, I put my quote. All right, so we're not done yet because the next line says Trent sighed. Now, right after sighed, we need a little breather, so we put a comma, and this is what he's saying. "I'll just have to find the time." So the quotes go around that. Last one. Make the plural noun show possession by adding an apostrophe after the S. The spiders made a web. The spider's web is sticky. So the web that belongs to these guys right here, the spiders. So write the full word spiders, since it's plural, and then add the apostrophe. All right. Great work, everyone. Sorry about the little mix up with the math with that one hexagon question. Whew, that was, my brain was not ready for that this morning. All right, so um, let's see. Tomorrow is Friday, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's not going to be like the last 4 days with pretty much an hour-long lesson. It's going to be shorter, and it's going to be Fun Friday where we do some trivia and we don't take things too seriously. Okay, so great work today, and I miss you. I love you guys. Mr. R is officially out.